She's a diva, and she is Denise LaSalle. How you doing, Denise?
Wonderful.
Still living in Jackson, Tennessee.
Still there.
How's the Wolf?
32 years.
Y'all still got the radio stations over there? Y'all sell them?
You know what he told me to tell you? He told me, when you see George, you tell him, I said two sentences. He said, hello, and send money.
The Wolf, is he still on the air over in Jackson?
He's on the air, but he donated his last station to Lane College, his alma mater.
Oh, did he?
And he is managing it over there. And
that's nice.
He has a show over there, and he's on television now. You know, George, he has a gospel video show on TV. You know he's a minister now.
Oh, I didn't know that. But he's a minister, and I got a DVD that we're going to talk about later. But anyway, this is Denise LaSalle. She is a legend in this area. Denise, how did you get into show business? How did it all start for you? Did you come out of church or what?
Yes, I sang in church with gospel group, female gospel group in Chicago, and always in the choir and what have you. But actually, I got into show business by an accident. I was always writing, and I wrote stories and sold a couple of stories. I started writing poems. The poems came to me with the melody. And so I started saying, well, this sounds like Aretha Franklin. This sounds like Jerry Butler would do this. You know, and I just made them into little songs. And one day, I was working as a barmaid in Chicago, and an old blues singer, Billy the Kid Emerson, who
I remember
used to be with Sun Records. Right.
Elvis cut that.
He used to be with Sun Records. He came into the bar one day, and someone told him about me and my songs. He said, can you sing them? I said, yeah. And he made a tape of it, took it down to Chess Records.
Leonard Chess?
And, yeah, we were trying to sell the songs.
Yeah.
And we took it down there, thinking maybe Etta James or somebody else down there would want the song. Right. And Chess was interested in the girl that's singing the songs. Bring her down.
You were on Chess?
Yeah, well, I went down to Chess Records. They signed me to a one-year contract.
Okay.
Never recorded me, never did. I did a demo for them, and then they never quite got around to it. They had so many people on the roster. At that time, they had Jackie Ross, Mitty Collier, Etta James, and Coco Taylor, and all those people. And they never recorded me. After you know, I'm talking about the girls.
Yeah.
But anyway, they never recorded me. So when my year was up, I didn't say a word, because what I started doing was going out, getting some practice as a soloist, because I'd always been with the groups. So when I started working with Billy the Kid Emerson's band and other bands around Chicago, and kind of got the nerve to stand up there by myself and sing. And so when my contract was up, I asked for a release. They said, oh no, we kind of forgot you, but what we'll do, if you stick with us a couple more weeks, we'll have you record. I said, no, thank you, just let me go. And so we got out of the contract, and Billy the Kid Emerson cut a record on me called A Love Reputation, and it went to #2.
That was your big hit, Love Reputation.
Well, it wasn't a big hit, but it was a big hit in Chicago.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty big hit, isn't it?
It went to #2 for 5 weeks behind Aretha Franklin's Respect.
What was your big nationwide hit?
Trapped by a Thing Called Love.
Oh, you had to write that?
Yes, 1971.
Did you have the publishing on it too?
Yes.
See, you know what time it is.
Oh, yes.
See, there's a big deal, ladies and gentlemen, writing, publishing, and recording and
producing
singing.
also.
Producing, yeah. Well, Denise LaSalle is our guest. Denise, you have a DVD out, and it's called Shirley Brown, She's a Diva, too. And Denise LaSalle, together, this was done at a club down in Greenwood, Mississippi, I think.
Greenwood, Mississippi, at the Civic Center.
Oh, at the Civic Center.
Divas of the Delta.
And how can they get this on the internet or something?
Oh, I'm sure they can from Malico Records.
Okay, Malico,
That's with Malico, yeah.
All right.
I'm back with Malico. You know, I left Malico in 1997 and did a couple of records on my husband turned minister. So I did a gospel album, trying to, you know, further his career in the gospel business.
Yeah.
And I did the gospel album, and the people didn't accept me as a gospel. Now the album sold great, but I couldn't get a gig with the gospel promoters. They would not book me. They was afraid I was going to get raunchy on stage with gospel music. I said, you know, I came up in church. I know what's happening. I'm not going to get up there and cuss nobody out and talk a bunch of stuff, you know. Oh, she might forget and say something ugly. So they wouldn't give me any gigs. I said, well, okay, I will go back to doing what I do. And I cut another, I've always had some things in me I wanted to get out. So I did country, R&B, everything on this double CD. I got it all out of my system, which is something I've always wanted to do.
We're about out of time, Denise LaSalle. Okay. Anything you want to say before you split?
Well, I want to say that I'm currently back with Malaco Records, and I'm getting ready to release a new album, and it should be out within the next month or two. I'm recording over at Willamette Studio, and you know that's
Pops
great.
Mitchell, my man. Yes. We got to run, Denise.
All right.
You tell your husband, and you tell the people Malaco and Pops Mitchell I said hello.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, a really great talent, Denise LaSalle on Memphis Sounds with GK.